So you've been coming since 92?
I have been coming since 92. Yeah.
What's the Midnight Madness movie for you?
For crowd experience, probably Dazed and Confused. There's that chord, and you don't see anything, and it's black, and then they cut to that shot of the lowrider, and I swear to God, 8,000 people go, yeah!
How many are you doing this year?
59? No, 60.
That's not possible. That's not, do you?
My record's 55. He's topping it.
And he's going to do it? What's the pick for Midnight Madness?
I think, there's stuff that's more anticipated, but I actually think the best movie I'm going to see at Midnight Madness is The Loved Ones. I think I just get the vibe like that's the best movie.
Well, you're not the only one. That's a vibe that's kind of percolating.
How do you think this Midnight Madness is stacking up compared to previous years?
I think it's a very strong program.
Definitely a strong start, eh?
Started off with Bang, and then of course Daybreakers. What a great film that was.
Totally.
And I mean, Midnight Madness alumni. And who cannot be excited about seeing George Romero at a world premiere?
What have you guys heard about The Loved Ones?
I've already heard comparisons as Tarantino-esque in the fact that it has a black humor to it. It'll be great.
Every year there's a couple good ones. Typically the French films are the best. There's been like High Tension and Frontiers, Inside, Martyrs. Those always blow my mind.
So what's been your favorite one so far this year?
The Loved Ones.
How's that? It's got people are liking it in the lineup. I got to tell you.
I really liked it. It's People Under the Stairs meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They continually up the ante throughout. Like it constantly gets better and better and better. Something crazier happens, and it delivers.
What's up, buddy?
Nothing.
So, what's going on?
Were you excited about this movie?
So excited. Man, Ryan and Drew, your sister's the snake.
Did you hear that, Ryan Drew?
Sean Byrne, come on up!
I can't believe it. We did Midnight Madness. This is an absolute dream come true. Well, I was looking for something that didn't have too many locations, and I just had this idea. What if you sort of fused the Evil Dead and Carrie and the rituals of the prom, the dancing and the mirror ball, and turn that into the instrument of horror, and so bring the prom to the cabin, or in our case, the farmhouse, and that was kind of the germ of the idea.
It was a great script, and for me in particular, I just thought it was a really interesting character, and it was a lot of fun to play. So reading through the script, and I just thought all the characters were great.
Okay, you have to excuse me. I've been enjoying your festival far too much. When I read the script, I'm not a fan of horror, and I was kind of like, oh, this could be a piece of shit. Like, I really, it's terrible. But then I saw a short film, and he has an incredible visual style and a great sense for the pacing that this kind of film needs.
Well, the most horrific scene for me was climbing the rock face. Because it was my birthday the day when we shot that, and I was convinced that I was going to die.
Whoa, we could go to the Whip It after party.
So it's night 4. We just saw an Australian horror movie called The Loved Ones. It started late. Why did it start late?
When we first showed up, there was like huge crowds of people, and we've been used to that for the past 3 nights, but it turns out the crowds were there to see the Whip It people leaving the theater, just hoping to catch a glimpse of a celebrity in real life.
Drew Barrymore stuck backstage, and the past couple of years with Midnight Madness, and this is I don't know anything behind the scenes. I'm not a friend of Colin's. We're just retards that go and see the movies and then talk about them afterwards. But like for a certain segment of the movie-making population in the world, this dude, Colin, and this program, Midnight Madness, is like really, really, really important. to the history of kind of genre filmmaking in the past 15 years. There's been a lot of big movies that have gotten huge amounts of buzz coming out of Midnight Madness.
Yeah, starting with no buzz going into it.
I don't know, that Whip It, there's an official after party Whip It. Whip It's coming out anyways.
Yeah.
Like, who cares if it's at TIFF? Wait a month, you'll see it anyways. Unlike the movie that we saw tonight, which is called The Loved Ones from Australia, which was made on a small budget and was spectacularly good, and you legitimately might not get a chance to see it anywhere else other than TIFF. It's good enough to be in theaters, but it's a little bit rough around the edges. There's nobody that you've ever heard of in it. And the Spierig brothers, who are another Australian filmmakers that made Daybreakers, they realized that they had a commercial film that they were trying to make. You're not going to get a North American release if your movie's not set in North America, because North Americans are a bunch of retards. That I know I've said retard twice, but I don't know. I'm in a bad mood. I'm tired.
Even when your movie is about like a high school prom and it's filled with teenagers who are angsty and like listen to their iPod and wear Metallica shirts, and like if they still have Australian accents, like, oh, it's like some weird foreign film.
I'm not watching anything that's not set in the Midwest. They've all got thick Australian accents. There's no kind of making nice to meet an audience halfway. It's just Australian, and it's just a hardcore genre film that's extreme while at the same time being funny and really, really good. So that's what Midnight Madness is for. That's why it works. It's a shame that these movies get stuck on Sunday, while movies like Jennifer's Body,
Survival of the Dead, even
are on days when bigger crowds will come to see them, because bigger crowds should be seeing The Loved Ones, because it's by far the best Midnight Madness movie so far.
For this current Midnight Madness program.
Correct.
Not of all time. That's
not of all time, no.
I have one question which might end up being a spoiler, and if it is, I just won't include it in the video. But the science behind what happens in the movie. If you while they're still alive.
Yeah.
I was just checking.